Good afternoon. Today on Business Success in Six with Stacie, I have Kate Schley from Coach House Homes in Cedarburg on. Kate, thanks for jumping on today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
It's our pleasure. I've seen your work. It's absolutely beautiful. So I'm excited to actually share what you do with our clients and our community. So it's okay with you. I'm going to ask you 6 questions, and I know that we are talkers, but we will keep it to an awesome amount of time that is just perfect. So that's all good.
Okay, perfect. Yeah,
Awesome.
sounds great.
So, Coach House Homes, when people ask you how you describe your business, how do you describe it?
I think when I describe a coach house, the big thing is, obviously we do remodeling and custom homes, so that's the easy way of describing it. Um, but when I started Coach House, I really wanted to be just that, like somebody's house coach. So essentially, what we're doing is coaching people along the way, whether it's just a simple bathroom remodel or a kitchen refresh, if it's outdated, all the way to really helping people fall in love with their homes and helping them either make them larger with huge additions or, completely renovating a historic home, really helping and coaching them along the way as far as how we can create that home for them and for their family. So, yeah, we're really we're people house coaches, essentially.
I love it. And we all need coaches no matter what area of our life. And one of the things that we were talking about before we actually pressed record is that doing renovations and building homes can be one of the top 5 most stressful things that people have to go through. So thank you
Yeah.
so much for sharing that. I'm sure you have some really interesting experiences and clients as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. I tease some of my clients that I'm also a marriage coach on the side, which I'm not, but it is something that we do have to face a lot of. So
Absolutely. I can only imagine. So,
yeah.
what were your plans when you started Coach House Homes, and how have they changed?
That's a great question because honestly, when I went off on my own from being with a larger firm, my main goal was really just being kind of like this open book approach contractor, where I could show clients the pricing of things and I could coach them along the way as far as how much things cost or um, how decisions that they made, like I would love to have a pot filler, let's say, in my kitchen. That's fantastic, but here's everything that goes along with it. So I really started the business wanting to take like more of an educational approach to it. And I thought, hey, I'm a mom. This will be great. I can just take on as much work as I want. I can make my own schedule. And I think as a lot of business owners figure out, you end up being way busier than you ever were before. So I think what's changed is just the fact that now it's not just me. I have a great team with me. I have 3 other employees right now. We now have an actual historic home downtown on Washington Avenue in Cedarburg that we call home. And it's really grown a lot faster and a lot bigger than I ever expected it to. So I think that's the main change is just having to kind of let go of a lot of the actual in and out, but really still having a lot of um, touching and feeling on the actual forefront with the client.
Absolutely. Yeah, we actually define a business as a commercial profitable entity that runs without you. So if you're constantly in your business, you're not able to work on it and direct. So you're on the right
Yeah.
track with that. I'm going to actually skip a question because you're just talking a little bit about change. What is one of the challenges that you have faced that other business owners could learn from?
I think a lot of us has seen a lot of challenges just having to deal with what's been going on, with COVID and all of that. Supply chain issues, obviously, that's a no-brainer. But I think the challenge that's faced us is sometimes having your hands tied when it comes to lead times on things. Um, Especially, like windows can take 20 weeks to get, and there's just, I used to always want to just be the solution focused person and find a solution like, no, we'll find a different window. That's just not the case. And so I think managing expectations, even from the first meeting with my clients, um, that's where I've just seen a light as far as long as we're setting expectations when we're facing these challenges with supply chains, even in that very first consultation, people are going to be a lot more understanding as you get closer to having to start the project. So I think that's our biggest challenge is just sometimes there's not solutions when we used to. If you're a solution focused person, like a lot of business owners are,
Moms.
um, you really have to figure out a new creative way to handle the situation.
Yeah, that's really, really great advice. And just being completely upfront and transparent about everything. We might run into an issue and you're going to have to be okay with that, right?
Yeah. And it's constant and communication is key in it. So there's even times when, if I do a budget review with somebody, I'll let them know if you want to lock this pricing in, for instance, garage doors.
Mm.
Garage doors probably went up 130% in the last year. And, we just started approaching things where I tell people, these are the garage doors you want. Let's just order them now and pay for them now. I'm not trying to upsell you, but I'm just letting you know by the time we sign this contract, it's going to probably be another 30% more. So do you want to purchase them now? So really looking out for my clients too, because I want to make sure that we're, moving forward and creating that trust.
That's brilliant. And speaking of looking out, what is the biggest way you impact the community besides for looking out for your clients? I'm sure there's that ripple effect.
Oh, that was one I didn't think about.
That's okay.
um, well,
Besides making an awesome, renovating that awesome house right in our downtown community. I mean, that.
yeah. I mean, I truly am blessed to be in the community of Cedarburg. I've always had a special place in my heart for Cedarburg. So I think what I love most about it is just every time we get a call from a prospective client, there are things that they're saying is, I love my house where it is. I love the location. I love the schools. I love the community. But the house, we've either just outgrown it, or we just need to update it. So what we give back to the community is keeping these people who love this city right here, right in this area, and they don't have to move out to the suburbs or move out, to other areas because we're able just to recreate the house that they have. So we're really keeping an awesome, network within the community. And then the other big thing that we pride ourselves on is all of the historical renovations that we do. So most of our work is on homes that are over 100 years old. So keeping that character within Cedarburg, which is, I think, what makes Cedarburg so special is the character that we have here. I'm really making sure that these additions that we do to houses look true to the era, that we're selecting products that are going to last like the test of time. We're not just putting builder grade things up, we're putting things up like what the craftsmen would have been installing and putting up 100 years ago, and that's why they're still standing there today.
That is so unique and so important. So for the history of Cedarburg and all of the surrounding areas. So thank you for that. So
Yeah,
you talk about growing. When did you start your business?
we're going on 3.5 years.
Oh my gosh. Awesome. So 3.5 years. So what does the future look like for you? Because when you started, it was just, you were thinking it was just you and already you're 4.
Yeah. So we have a couple of things in the pipeline. I think the really big thing that we're really excited for, especially the rest of the team, is starting our own line of custom homes. That will be Coach House custom homes, and we're going to build them the way that we used to build homes, where they'll be lasting much more than just that 20-25 year time, like so many of the builder grade production homes. Building them smaller, but with, better bones and great character, and they're not going to be cookie cutter, and they'll be designed much more with the family in mind, whether or not they need a home office or they need a huge mudroom, laundry room, open concept or closed concept, but just lots of character. So that's in the pipeline for us, is coming up with some custom Coach House homes. And I think just we're steadily trying to only take on so much work. So we're still doing a lot of large scale additions, which is kind of our bread and butter right now. But yeah, I think the custom homes are going to be exciting, and we hope to still continue to do a lot of large additions and kitchen remodels.
That is so exciting. Very, very
Yeah.
exciting. Only 3.5 years. Wow. I can't wait to see that. All subjects open. What inspires you the most?
I think my family inspires me. It really, we have this saying with each other. We always say, I love you, family. My daughter is just so cute. She's always like, I love our house. And I think being inspired that the home and the family are so interconnected, if you can have peace within your home and that it works for you with the design, it's such a good ebb and flow. I 100% love anything interior design, anything traditional in design. So I'm really blessed that I get to work in my passion and in my hobby. Not everybody gets to work in their hobby. So that inspires me. It inspires me to, bring that to other families and just to connect with people and be good, like create goodness around you.
That's brilliant. Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for taking the time out to talk with us today. If somebody wants to get in touch with you, what would be the best way for them to do so?
They can always send me an email. I'm not always great on my phone because I'm in and out of the job sites or meeting with clients.
Yeah.
So you can go to our website, which is coachhousehomes.com, where you can just fill out a contact us form, or my email's directly on there. It's just Kate at Coach House Homes. And I really suggest people to follow us on Instagram and on Facebook, because I do a lot of updates within the field and talk a lot about different elements in the homes and try to coach people too, even just from a social media standpoint of any project that we're working on.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much again for the time you took.
Thank you.
Yeah, you have a great day.